Right now, your brain is telling you who you are. It's using the light in your room, the sound of your own breath, and the memory of the person you spoke to an hour ago to keep yourself intact. But what if I told you that all of that is a fragile illusion? What if I told you that if I took away the light, the noise, and the people, your personality would begin to dissolve in less than 48 hours? You are not who you think you are. You are simply a reaction to the world around you. And in the void, there is nothing left to react to.
Have you ever sat in a crowded room surrounded by friends or family and felt a sudden, crushing wave of being completely alone? That split second where the noise fades out and you realize that no one truly knows what's happening inside your head. That fleeting moment is just a whisper of a much darker biological reality. We like to think of ourselves as independent souls, but the truth is far more terrifying. Your personality, your sanity, and your very sense of self are not yours to keep. They're on loan from the people around you. And if the world stops looking at you, you begin to evaporate. This isn't philosophy, it's a neurological death sentence known as the third quarter phenomenon. Most of us spend our lives trying to find quiet. We crave a break from the notifications, the traffic, and the endless demands of society. But there is a point where quiet stops being a luxury and starts becoming a poison. Imagine a clock, not the one on your wall, but the one inside your brain. It's calibrated by the sun, by the sound of a neighbor's car, by the good morning from a stranger. Now imagine stripping all of that away. You are in a place where nothing happens. No change in light, no human voice, no friction. This is where the honeymoon phase ends and the cognitive rust begins. In the first few days, you might feel a sense of peace, but by day 10, a strange anxiety starts to claw your chest. You'll find yourself checking your pulse just to confirm you're still there. Why does the brain react this way? Because your mind is a predator that has run out of prey. It needs information to survive. When it finds none, it begins to hunt itself. This is the first curiosity loop you must understand. Why is it that in total silence, the loudest thing you hear is the one thing you've spent your life running away from? As you move into the second month, the architecture of your brain begins to physically alter. The hippocampus, the region responsible for your memories and how you navigate the world, starts to shrink. It's like a muscle that withers from disuse. In the absence of new faces and new places, your brain decides that your past is no longer worth remembering. You start to forget the smell of your mother's house. You forget the sound of your best friend's laugh. Your world is shrinking, and as it shrinks, so do you. You are entering the stupidity of solitude. You will find yourself staring at your hands for hours, wondering if they actually belong to you. But then you hit the dead zone, the third quarter. This is the most dangerous phase for any human being, from astronauts in orbit to people trapped in their own isolation. It's the point where you've been away long enough to lose your identity, but the end of the tunnel is still too far away to offer hope. It is here that the social self dies. Think about who you are. You are funny because people laugh at your jokes. You are smart because you solve problems for others. You are kind because you help someone. But in total isolation, there is no mirror. If no one is there to see your kindness, are you still a kind person, or are you just a ghost in a biological suit? This is where the brain does something truly haunting. It gets desperate. It starts to experience stimulus hunger. Have you ever seen a shadow move in the corner of your eye when you're home alone, or heard your name whispered when no one is there? In the third quarter, this becomes your permanent reality. Your brain would rather hallucinate a monster in the room with you than accept the terror of being truly alone. Scientists call this the third presence. It's a glitch in the parietal lobe, a desperate attempt by your mind to create a companion so it doesn't have to face the void. We see this in the stare, a state polar researchers describe where a person is physically present but mentally gone. They are looking at you, but they aren't seeing you. They are lost in a neural loop. This happens to us in smaller ways every day. When you scroll through your phone for hours ignoring the world, you are feeding a microdose of this monotony.
You are training yourself for the void. The third quarter phenomenon isn't just for explorers.
It's a warning for a digital age where we are more connected than ever, yet more isolated than we've ever been. Why is it that the more connected we become, the more we feel this internal decay? It's because digital interaction is like junk food for the brain. It provides the illusion of social friction without the actual biological nourishment of human presence. We are starving our minds while sitting at a feast. And when the stimulus hunger sets in, we don't become more peaceful. We become more aggressive, more fearful, and more broken. Consider the monotony stress observed in nuclear submarine crews. They live in a high-tech marvel, yet they report that a single misplaced spoon or a slightly too loud breath from a crewmate can trigger a murderous rage. Without the noise of a normal life to dilute our emotions, every tiny irritation is amplified 1,000 times. Your mind loses its ability to regulate. You become a prisoner of your last feeling. If you feel sad in the void, you don't just feel sad for an hour. You become sadness. It fills the room. It becomes the air you breathe. If you were stripped of every social tie, every visual distraction, and every sense of time for 180 days, who would be left? The terrifying answer is no one. The science of the third quarter proves that we are not individual islands. We are echoes. We exist only in relation to others. When the silence becomes absolute, the echo stops. We don't find our true self in isolation. We find a vacuum. We find that the self was just a beautiful lie told to us by the society we pretended to hate. The true horror of the third quarter isn't what's outside the door. It's the version of yourself you meet when the door is locked. A version stripped of the social guardrails that keep your darker impulses in check. Under the pressure of the void, the mask doesn't just slip, it disintegrates. What is left is a primitive consciousness struggling to remember its own name. We are held together by the chaos of the world, the traffic, the arguments, the laughter, the touch of a hand. Without that chaos, we don't find peace. We simply disappear, one thought at a time. As you listen to this, look around you. The noise you hear, the people you see, the mundane frustrations of your daily life, those are the things keeping you sane. They are the anchors preventing your mind from drifting into the dead zone. The next time you feel overwhelmed by the world, remember the alternative. Remember the stare. Remember that the most terrifying sound in the universe isn't a scream. It's the silence that comes after you've forgotten who you are. When the doors finally open and you step back into the light, you realize a truth that stays with you forever. You didn't survive the isolation. The person who went in died months ago. The person coming out is a stranger wearing your skin, forever haunted by the quiet they found in the dark. They have seen the bottom of the human soul, and they found that it was empty. The question isn't whether you could survive the third quarter. The question is, if you went into the void tomorrow, would there be enough of you left to even miss the world?